Hi there, this is Danny and you are watching the top 2018 cyclocross racing carbon bikes. I couldn't make it top 3, couldn't make it top 5 because the bikes are just too awesome, so we've got top 8. You can see some beautiful DT Swiss hub, some nice protection of the inner side of the carbon fork blade, and the bike is the KTM Canik CX11. The weight is 8.2 kilograms and the price is 3,400 euros, or just about $3,800, I think. I am just going to point out some specific features of these bikes which I love, so that you can just grab those. These are awesome bikes, or you compare those to the bikes you're gonna buy in your local store. So DT Swiss wheels are ruling the world of cycling. You can see some nice tire clearance here. This is the Schwalbe X1 tire, pretty knobby, not too aggressive. This bike is Di2 compatible, internal cable routing. I think for cyclocross bikes with a lot of mud in the racing condition, it really matters a lot. Not maybe for having clean cables inside, but for not having too much mud on your bike. There is some integrated seat post clamp looking really clean, nice floating disc brake rotor and through axles, of course. Really huge bottom bracket area, like it's not a shell, it's a box. I do like that the bottom bracket area from the bottom was closed, so no mud will get there. I do like it. Not all of the bikes have it. Bike number 2 is the Centurion Crossfire Team. So the price will be steep, 500 euros, and this one comes with SRAM Force 1x11. The bike comes with Challenge Limus or Limus 33mm tubular tires on these PRC carbon wheels. So the wheels are really nice looking, light, stiff, durable. And this is the deep section rim, so I do like it. The bike really looks awesome. The graphics are matte black versus shiny red. It altogether looks pretty nice. The shifters for hydraulic brakes from SRAM are pretty bulky. You can see these knobs are really aggressive for some aggressive cyclocross racing. The bike looks awesome. The head tube is tapered, pretty bulky here, and the tire clearance, just as on the KTM you just saw, is pretty nice. I do love the look of the SRAM, both derailleurs and the crankset. This crankset is pretty clean looking, one by drivetrain, but you can see here the bolts for assembling the front derailleur. So this is the convertible one by drivetrain. You can see some additional port here for the front derailleur cable if you want to have one. And the box, this is the huge bottom bracket box. It's really oversized, stiff and light and nice looking, but I think some mud will be staying there if you ride in the muddy conditions. Floating rotors, through axle in the front as well. These graphics, let me know, what do you think? I do love the black, red and white. You can see some eyelets here, so you can actually have the mudguards on this bike, even though this is the team version. Many of the bikes I'm featuring here will have the eyelets, so that's a good feature. The bike will be just a little bit more heavy, but it's really cool. You can have mudguards and use the bike for even commuting if you wish. Why not? Or just training in the bad weather. So that was the Centurion Crossfire Team. The third one, super exciting. That's the German Stork t.i.x Pro G2. So it says this is the Pro G2 model, but the specification is much higher because the bike weighs 7.7 kilograms. The look is really classic, super clean, both for the graphics and for these organic shapes of the carbon fiber tubes. The frame weighs 940 grams, the fork weighs 430, so it's not super light fork. The price of the frame set only is 2,000 euros. You can spec it with different group sets, but the bike really looks so nice. The main tube on these bikes is really oversized, as on the Stork as well. It is super stiff, and it is kind of it decides how the bike behaves. So you want to have stiff main tube and the huge bottom bracket area. So Smart SAM Schwalbe tires on DT Swiss wheels. Surprise, surprise. PRC carbon. DT Swiss is really ruling here, but I have never had any problems with DT Swiss wheels, not even once. Dura-ace components here with the dura-ace cassette, so that the bike will be really light. 7.7 is super light for this durable and strong bike. Internal cable routing for the rear brake is pretty important in my opinion. And now here you can see their proprietary crankset. This is the Stork crankset. It comes with carbon fiber arms, but also carbon fiber spindle. So you can say this is the full carbon crankset, super light, really cool design. And you can see also on the left side of the bike, so the left crank arm, how it's being assembled to the spindle. It looks pretty awesome, but the bottom bracket area is opened, and so the mud can get there. This is the mount of the left crank arm. Really looks awesome. This one comes with a front derailleur. It is also Di2 ready. This is one of the few bikes that come with a front derailleur as a cyclocross racing bikes. The tire clearance is just enough. Maybe it's not huge on this bike, but it's just enough, I think. Dura-ace shifters look pretty cool, are pretty comfortable. But I think that SRAM is more popular here on the Eurobike for the cyclocross bikes. Number 4, Merida 9000. So this is the highest model. I did have problems making those shots because it was hang on the wall pretty high, so I didn't have nice approach to this bike. This frame, this is the CF3 frame. So Merida doesn't make CF5 for the cyclocross. It is CF3, but it weighs still 950 grams, so 10 grams more than the Stork. But then the fork is 375 grams, so it's much lighter than the one on the Stork t.i.x. On this bike also you have the through axles, both front and rear. You have the eyelets for the mud guards. This one comes with the SRAM force. I don't know the weight of the whole bike, and don't know, you can see the eyelet there on the fork. I don't know the price either. Pretty bulky shifters for hydraulic brakes from SRAM. The bottom bracket area is closed. I do love it. This little cup makes so much difference. These bikes are going to be used in the mud. Number 5, Ridley X-Night Disc Rival 1. The price should be just around $3,000, not euros here. Ridley has a lot of experience building cyclocross bikes. They know how to make the right geometry and how to make the bike that really works in the cyclocross racing. It comes with a lot of Forza components. These are also their proprietary components. I think this is the port for the front derailleur cable. It doesn't look like the Di2 port, but then on the seat tube I don't see the place for the front derailleur, so I'm not sure whether this one is not just one by specific. The little cap there or little hole is for the Di2, I think. So SRAM Rival disc brakes, of course. The SRAM components look pretty nice. I do like it. This is the tire. I'm not sure whether I did film the knobs. It is pretty knobby. And the wheels, surprise surprise, DT Swiss. The tire clearance, I think this is the largest tire clearance from all of these bikes, and the tire should be also 33 millimeters wide, like on all the other bicycles. So this was the Ridley now Scott Addict CX RC disc with SRAM force. There was not too much info on the bike. The bike looks pretty awesome, and it has huge shapes, huge tubes on the frame. The seat stays and chain stays are pretty thin, but then the main tube is really super large. So the graphics, how do you like the graphics? Let me know. The through axles, some nice tire clearance, the internal cable routing, the tapered head tube. This is the standard for well-made cyclocross bikes now, maybe even road bikes. Not super knobby tires, so maybe it won't be that loud on the asphalt, on the tarmac. You can have the front derailleur, I think, and double chainset on this bike. This is the bottom bracket area, so here the cables will go outside. Number 7, Fuji Altamira CX11. The weight is stunning 7.6 kilograms, and the price is less than the Centurion. It's 4,700 euros. It's yellow and blue. I don't like the color so much here. This is the cable routing, and it's opened. I do prefer the closed one with the cap. Tire clearance just fine. The crankset from SRAM, as I said, it looks clean. I do like the shaping. It says there a power meter ready, so it should be compatible with the spiders for the power meter of quartz, right? And then the oval oval concept, sorry, wheels, carbon wheels, really light, deep section, and with the tubular tires. So these were the tubular rims. Some really simple shaping in terms of the frame. I do like it. So this is the Fuji Altamira CX11. Now the 8th one, super exciting for me. I absolutely love Quota. The graphics, the shaping, everything about these bikes, I love it. This is the Quota Cobble. And I did have problems choosing the cyclocross bike from these bikes, because they have 3 different models. There's also the all-terrain bike and some other model which is more like, I don't know, gravel bike. But this one looks the most cyclocross-ish, but the tire didn't look like for cyclocross races. The bike, the graphics is always, in my opinion, is made by Quota. You will always see this is the Quota bike. Huge main tube, as on the other bikes. The bottom bracket box should be stiff and light. It just looks nice. This is spec'd with SRAM Force. SRAM Force is super popular from among at least the cyclocross bikes on the Eurobike. Really popular. I do like the quality of SRAM. So this is how all these tubes look like. I think it is not like really racing a cyclocross bike, but you can certainly do it on it. So this was the top 8. Thank you so much for watching. You can just take a look at these once more, and I'm gonna see you in the next episode. Bye bye.